Hi everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I am bringing you my weekly update to let you know how my week went and how my weigh-in went at the scale this week. So I had a pretty good week. I mean, all in all, it was a pretty good week. And I'm going to attribute that to my meal prep this week because of the fact that I really had hardly any food decisions this week. And when I have my food prep to that level, and I don't do those large meal preps very often, but when I do my meal prep to that level, it's just open the fridge, grab what I need, and everything's ready to go. So I still had to do dinners, but I kind of had an idea of what we wanted to have for dinner. And I had a couple of things going on this week, so there were 2 nights that I didn't have to cook dinner, which was really good. So on the days that we didn't have to cook dinner, I either grabbed something from the fridge, or the other day I stopped by Culver's and picked up a grilled chicken sandwich, and that's only 7 points. I did get the side salad, but it had the what do you call that lettuce? The spring mix lettuce on it. I'm just not a fan. Like, it's not crunchy enough for me. To me, it's kind of, it always tastes wilty, I guess you want to say. So I had a couple bites of it and it just wasn't great. So I just didn't eat that, and I just ate my chicken sandwich. And then I had, you know, just some fruit with it later. So it wasn't like, I wasn't starving. Their chicken sandwiches are pretty filling, so it wasn't too bad. But honestly, it made the day super easy because of the fact that I knew how many points I was having for dinner, and it just made it easier. So when you're going out to eat, or if you have to stop and grab something on the fly, just know what your restaurants are that you can quickly grab something at, and you know what to get off that menu. I just think it really, really helps out a lot. Now, my meal prep, I had made all that chicken, and it was quite a bit of chicken. I made it through about 3/4 of the chicken, and then I threw the rest of it into a dinner. So I used up all that chicken, made it great. The taco meat, I had made lunch one day this week, and my husband was home one day, and when I came out, you know, I came out of the kitchen and I had this big burrito, and it was just full of the things that I had prepped. And he was like, "Where did you get that?" And I'm like, "I just made it." So when you have things like that, and they even look good to your non-WW or non-Weight Watcher husband, you know you're winning somewhere. And my burrito was so big, I only made it through half of it, and I put the other half in the fridge so that I could have it the next day. But, you know, just little things like that, having that taco meat made, really, I mean, it just, I was able to make wraps. I was able to make bowls this week. It just made it so much easier. 3 of my breakfasts were done because I used overnight oats for those. So 3 days I didn't have to think about breakfast or lunch. So, I mean, whatever you can do. I mean, you know that I'm a big proponent for prepping. I mean, thus the name of my channel, Prep Whisperer. But I'm a big, I just think that if you have time to prep 1 or 2 things, you don't have to do, you know, a huge ones, because sometimes I just do a small one. But if you just have time to do a little bit of prep, it just goes a long way in helping you make less decisions that week, I guess is the easiest way to say it. All right, so that's how my week went. On the scale, I was down 0.2. And at first I was like, 0.2. You always want more. I mean, come on. But then I started thinking, you know, I had a I think it was 1.6 or 1.8 last week. And usually when I have that large of a weight loss, usually I'll level set, or I'll level back off, and I'll go back up. So after I started thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? Good for you, Kim. You maintained that weight loss from last week, and you still went down a little bit. So that helped me. You know, sometimes you just have to talk to yourself and put yourself in the right frame of mind, because when you do that, then it just kind of helps push you through for the next week. So 0.2 on the scale, I think that gives me a total weight loss of 10.2 pounds. And I'm calling it a win still. I'm just calling it a win because of the fact that I'm still moving in the right direction. Last week I told you I was reading Behind Her Eyes. I think that was the name of the book. I'll try to remember to put a screenshot here. But I finished that book, super good. And knowing that there is a Netflix series or movie about it, I'm definitely going to be looking that up and watching that next because it was really good. I started a new book and it's called Everything is Figure Outable. And I'll put a screenshot here. It's another audio book. But so far, so good. I'm just getting into it. But the premise is that if you come into a situation, don't think that all is lost because there's a way to figure it out. There's a way to say, you know what? If you're super busy, start taking a look at the things that you're committed to and start to take a look at whether those are things that you really, really have to do or are those things that you put on your own plate that maybe you can take off. And I know that I am super busy. I mean, I'm running all different directions and some days I'm exhausted, but she's kind of right. I do that to myself. It's not any pressure that anybody else is putting on me. I mean, if I didn't clean the house for 2 days, my husband wouldn't even care. I don't even think he would notice. So it's not like he's putting pressure on me and he's the only one here. So, I mean, it's not like he's putting a ton of pressure on me, but I'm putting that pressure on myself. So if you're putting a ton of pressure on yourself, take a step back and go, what am I doing or why am I doing this to myself? So stay tuned. I'll try to grab some points or I'll try to make some bullet points from the book so that I can share with you my thoughts and let you know at the end of the book what my thoughts are about the book itself. All right, so that brings me up to what I'm watching on TV. So if you have the Hallmark Channel, you guys know I love my Hallmark Christmas movies. But if you have the Hallmark Channel, there is a series about a wedding veil. Now, when I originally heard about this wedding veil series, I thought it was 3 movies. There's actually 6. So my granddaughter Allison and I, we spend a lot of time together and we are notorious for binge watching things. So we have watched 5 of the 6 Wedding Veil series movies and the next one comes out this weekend. So when that one tapes, her and I will get together and we'll watch that one together too. And I'm really hoping that that's one of the things that when I'm old and gone, that she will continue to do and maybe even do with her children or her grandchildren is to, you know, find those little special moments or those specialty movies and watch those as well. So I feel like I'm not only enjoying myself, but building memories as well. All right, so I'm watching that one. We just finished season 2 of Ginny and Georgia on Netflix. That one just kind of gets your emotions in certain parts. So I mean, it's good. I mean, I would highly suggest it, but it's just sometimes you're like, whoo. And you know, the ending of season 2 was wow. So yeah, so if you haven't watched season 2 yet, get on it because it's really, really good. The other thing, I've watched too much TV this week, so I've been like a little counterproductive. But we also binge watched The Watcher this week. I don't know how the heck I spent. I'll tell you, I've gotten little sleep this week because we've spent a lot of time in front of the TV on late nights. But we watched The Watcher, and I'm telling you, so good, like so good, until the last episode, and you're like, what the heck? So still good. I would still recommend it, but just know that you're gonna be on the edge of your seat. And then it's based on a true story. So I mean, I guess they had to end it some way. But Beast, I don't know if you could see him, but he just jumped up in my lap. But I was expecting more. I mean, it was so good and kept you on the edge of your seat the whole time. And then the last episode was not what I expected. So that's my watcher review. And I don't plan on like telling you anything about it, because if you haven't watched it, I don't want to do any spoiler alerts. All right, so that takes you through what I'm doing there, and there. And the decluttering project that I'm working on right now is I'm still working on my kitchen. I'm rearranging some cabinets. I had something set up one way, but I've changed it around, and I rearranged my fridge. I got a couple of new fridge containers. So once I get that together and figure out exactly how I want it, I'll give you a tour. I still have to wipe down a couple of things, like the door shelves. Could use a little bit of love, but right now I'm more concerned with trying to get a system going, and then I will give it all the love that it needs and do the final cleaning. I cleaned everything else, but I was tired, and I had been rearranging some tubs in the basement. So I got a lot done this week, now that I'm thinking about it. So I was just redoing some storage down here and repositioning some things. And once I got that done, I was like, you know what, I can save that for another day. So I'll try to get to that this weekend. So little bit here and there I've been trying to keep up with and trying to do, but all in all, I'm very happy with my progress. I did get on the treadmill twice this week. That was one other thing I was trying to continue to do. So I got on the treadmill twice this week, and I'm going to try to continue that pattern. And thank you for your suggestions. I had asked you what I should do to motivate myself, and being able to figure out a Netflix series to watch while I'm on the treadmill, game changer. Because that way I can go, oh, the only time I can watch this specific series is when I'm on the treadmill, really helps. And so I'm going to try to use that trick. So thank you for the tips that you gave me, because I really appreciate it. All right, so I don't know how long I've been chit-chatting with you, but I just wanted to kind of get on here and give you a quick update. I do have my glasses on today. I wore my contacts for like 9 days straight. So I wanted to give my eyes a little bit of a break on that today. So thus the glasses. So how do I like them? I've been asked that question. I love my new contacts. They're still trying to figure out the ratio at the strength on each eye, because this eye I see close with, and this eye they have a contact in for distance. And it's a little weird, but they had to make the distance one stronger, and now they're trying to see if the closer one was good, but they gave me a stronger one, so I've been trying that out the last couple of days. So still trying to figure out what that ratio is before I order them, but shout out to the ophthalmologist for, taking the extra step to figure that out for me, because like I said, I'm super excited to be able to have the option to not wear the glasses if I don't want to. All right, so with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you for watching. I hope that I am inspiring you to continue to work on whatever journey it is. I know that I've got a lot of paths going right now, and hopefully one of them are helping you to see that that path is achievable, and that you can pretty much do or start out, or at least start to attack whatever it is that is in your path that you want to do. So you can do this. I can do it, you can do it. Even if it takes you an entire year, a little chunk here and there will help you get where you need to be. So whatever you're doing, good luck in your journey. And with that said, have a great day, and we'll see you next video.